So Matt Reeves has some plans for a Batverse, and he gave us some more updates on the sequel to The Batman and where it lies with the new DC regime. With James Gunn and Peter Safran taking over DC and revamping pretty much all of the DC characters, one of the big questions I've gotten a lot is, what will happen to Matt Reeves' version of the Batman? Where does Robert Pattinson's Batman fit in to this whole new regime? Well, luckily, Matt Reeves has explained a lot of this to us already, and I will reiterate some of it, and even some new things he's had to say as of lately. Now, during an interview with Collider, Matt Reeves did say that he is about to have a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran about what's going to happen with his, quote, Batverse. He did say that fans of the Batman shouldn't worry because it's going to be filmed in parallel to the rest of the DC universe. So this shouldn't be affected by anything that James Gunn and Peter Safran have in mind for DC. Which is a big relief to me because I was really taken by the direction of this new Batman movie and with Robert Pattinson in general. The whole thing is really focused on Bruce Wayne rather than Batman, although Batman is in it a significant amount, and his struggles with life and being Batman, and even more so being Bruce Wayne, who he honestly doesn't even want to be. I found that extremely intriguing to me, to have a movie not really focused on the Batman. I mean, yeah, Batman is in it, but the main focus is on Bruce Wayne, and that's something that we never seen in any other Batman before. Now, with that being said, we have heard Matt Reeves is working on a sequel, and he said that is still happening despite all the chaos that's going on in DC right now. He also said that the sequel is still going to focus on Bruce Wayne rather than the Batman, which makes sense because why would you take the focus away from the original movie and go in a different direction and now focus more on a different subject? I don't want to say they're a different subject, but they are two different entities, and you need to understand one in order to understand the other. So unless we get more about Bruce Wayne and how he is developing as a person and as a superhero, there's no point of changing our focus over the Batman yet. So the way the original movie ended, he was realizing that he had to become a different person. He had to become a different hero. And I'm sure we're going to get a lot more of that in the second film, but it still has to focus on Bruce Wayne's development overall before we can get to that point. One of the things that Matt Reeves did say about the sequel is that, and I quote, "To me, the thing that I really feel is that I always believe that Robert Pattinson is so special in the role. My goal has always been to do these point of view stories that allow the character to always be the emotional center of the story. Because a lot of the times what happens is after you do the first one, then suddenly other rogue gallery characters come in and they kind of take over. And then the Batman takes a back seat, sort of character-wise or emotionally." Basically what he's saying is the first movie always focuses on the hero and then the sequels always focus on the villains. And he wants to avoid that this time around and stay focused to Bruce Wayne and the Batman and not let the villains of this movie, which could be the Riddler again, or whatever other villain he decides to bring into his new Batverse, he just doesn't want that focus to be on them. He wants it to continue with Bruce Wayne's development in his story, which makes sense to me. I mean, I see where he's going with, Batman Returns or The Dark Knight, where Heath Ledger's Joker took over as the main focus, and just staying true to Batman. Now, I will say I did fall in love with the Batman and everything it brought to the screen. It is totally different. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. So I'm really looking forward to the sequel. I can't wait to find out more about it, the plot, and everything that's going to happen. And when I do, I will be sure to let you know. Do me a favor, drop a like on the video for me. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. I'm Kevin, and I'll see you at the concession stands.